Hello Retro Readers and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I have my January wrap up. This is all the books and TV shows that I have read in January 2021. I'm doing a little different this year because I want to showcase what I watched as well. And I noticed a couple other booktubers do that too. So I'm going to share with you guys the TV shows that I watched, because I don't really watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of TV shows. And then I'm also going to put in the corner, after I talk about my books, what the Goodreads average is and what I rated it, so that I can compare the two in the future. So those are little changes, and I'm also going to share with you guys other things I read, which will make sense further in the video. So, without further ado, let's just begin. Let's talk about the TV shows that I watched this month, or finished this month. So the first thing that I finished this month for TV show-wise was American Horror Story. I know it's not finished, but I watched up to 1984, which is the newer one on Netflix. So it's not quite done, but I did watch it, and I finished it, I want to say. I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars because, I like this show. I like the writing and stuff, and it's some of it's creepy and stuff, and some of it's really stupid. But I do overall like the show. It's just that the last 2 seasons, Apocalypse in 1984, were not the best. I actually hated them, not because of the actors or anything, but because of the writing, and they weren't really as entertaining as the past seasons, like Asylum or Freak Show, or even Hotel. I didn't also like Roanoke. It was okay, but yeah. So that's why I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know, just, it's good, but not really good. It's basically what American Horror Story is. If you guys don't know, it's basically every season is a different horror story. So there's it's mainly supernaturally horror, which I quite enjoy. But yeah, that's all that it's about. Every season's different, and I really like it. But I again rated it 3 out of 5 stars, and I do not recommend watching the last 2 seasons, Apocalypse or 1984. So I watched American Horror Story probably last March or something, it took me this long to finish it. Okay, so the next show that I watched was True Blood, and I started this in October and I finished it now. Me and my sister were binge watching it together, so yeah. But what this show is about, it's a vampire show set in a small southern town, where vampires are out of the coffin, I guess, and they people know that there's vampires and that they exist, and they're trying to have equal rights with humans. But yeah, so True Blood I rated 4 out of 5 stars. It's a very close 4.5 actually out of 5, but the last episode, it wasn't that satisfying. The ending was just but overall the show's really great, and excluding the last episode of the last final episode, it's great. And I do plan on reading the books, actually. I have the first one with me, like that in my possession that I plan on reading. And yeah, I just love the show. It's so good. And actually, like, fun story, a little story time for you guys. I was gonna watch True Blood, but it, like, I don't know, it was kind of like hit or miss for me. Like, I was kind of like not in the mood. And then when I got my tattoo, so when I got that tattoo in October, the tattooist, the tattoo artist, he was like, oh yeah, like, is it okay if, because I wanted it in color, he was like, is it okay if, like, the, like, tears or blood? And I'm like, sure. And he's like, it's not too gory. And I was like, no. And he's like, actually, like, yeah, because I was inspired by it by watching True Blood. And so, yeah, I was like, huh. So I watched True Blood, and no regrets. Yeah. So there's my little story time. I definitely recommend True Blood if you love vampire stories. I do. And also, if you don't mind watching, like, a lot of sex scenes, I guess, because both American Horror Story and True Blood have sex scenes, and they're both very gory, obviously, but other than that, no trigger warnings, I guess, other than those two. But yeah. Okay. So the last show that I finished is, and I will not be watching again if there's more to come, and that is the Liza Schulsinger show that is on Netflix. Yeah, so Eliza Schulsinger is my favorite, I want to say, stand-up comedian. I don't really watch a lot of stand-up comedy, but I do watch her, and I love her jokes. But this show, there was, like, a lot of not too funny things in it. So I rated it 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I don't regret watching it because there was some really funny things in it, but, like, I also kind of didn't enjoy it very much. It was okay in my opinion. Yeah, so yeah, so I just didn't enjoy it very much. It's more like just little snippets of, like, skits, I guess. So yeah, it's not really, like, anything to, like, talk about, I guess. But yeah, let's talk about the books that I read this month. I read, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I read 9 books this month, which is a lot for me, so that's good. And yeah, so let's talk about my ebooks that I read first. So I have this Hoopla app on my phone, and I download books on Hoopla from my library, and yeah, that's how I read ebooks. Okay. So the first ebook that I read this month was The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, I believe. This is a science fiction novel, like, set in space where these people are, like, on a ship and they're, like, a tunneling crew, so they make, like, highways in space, basically. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's about, and it's very fun. I really enjoy it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, so if that says anything. I did enjoy it. Let's see. It does remind me a lot of Joss Whedon's, um, it does remind me a lot of the show Firefly, which I do plan on rewatching. I watched like three times already, and I love it. But it's just like, it reminds me of that, you know, like cowboys in space, basically. And I really, really enjoyed reading the book and watching the Firefly show. But yeah, I really like it. There's nothing too much to add to that. The next book that I read for the ebook and the last one is The Duke and I by Julia Quinn, I believe. And this is a historical romance, like adult romance, so there's sex scenes in it and stuff. Trigger warning is there's actually a rape scene in it, and yeah, but that's all for trigger warning. I guess like also child abuse too, which didn't really trigger me, but if it does trigger anybody else, then there's that trigger warning. But yeah, The Duke and I, if you haven't watched Bridgerton, which I haven't, these are the Bridgerton novels, so they're like on books. So, well, yeah, it's like the Bridgerton show on Netflix is based on these books. And I decided that I should probably read the books before watching the show, because I wanted to like see how it was. Plus, I've never read historical romance before. The only one I did read was A Christmas to Remember in December, and I liked it, but also didn't like it. So, yeah, The Duke and I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good, but because of the rape scene and just the main character and stuff, I was going to give it a 4-star, but then I lowered it because I just couldn't. But yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. I'm going to continue on with the series, but yeah, this one was not my favorite. Alright, now for the physical books that I read. And I'll start with the obvious one first, and that is The More Mavericks the Merrier by Brenda Harlan. And yeah, I made the whole entire video for this book because it is a Harlequin romance. So if you want to watch after watching this video, or before, I'll link it in the cards. But yeah, so I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. It's good. It's like basically about this single dad of like triplets, falls in love with the babysitter, basically. So it's like friends to lovers. The review that I made is spoiler filled, so yeah. What I liked was the friends to lovers trope in it. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I also thought that was really entertaining, and I liked I thought that the character relationships were like really good. Let's see. So yeah, what I hated about this was that, I don't know. It's in the video. I just wrote what I hated was video, so I don't know what that means. But yeah, other than that, it was a fun, entertaining read. 3 out of 5 stars for me, so that's saying a lot, because the last book that I read, the Mavericks Holiday Surprise, I gave 1 out of 5 stars. So yeah. The next book that I read is something that I'm making a reading vlog currently, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it because you'll see in the reading vlog, but it is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm sure you guys know what this is about already. But I'm just going to tell you guys my rating because I don't really want to spoil the reading vlog. By the way, the reading vlog will come out, I believe, in February. I'm not sure when. I'll probably put it up here. But yeah, it'll come out February, so it's coming out soon. So yeah, in the vlog, I'm reading the first 3, and then the next vlog, I'll read 4 and 5. The next vlog, I'll read 6 and 7. But anyways, so yeah, I finished this. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's all I'm going to tell you guys how I thought about it. Alright, the next book that I read is a very short book, but it was really good, and it is Ice Cold by Andrea Maria Schenkel. Schenkel. Yeah, so this is, sorry if I butchered her name, but yeah, this is a really good book, very short, as you can tell. It's only like 140 pages, but yeah, I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars, really enjoyed it. Yeah, so this is about like a serial killer that is in Germany in the 1930s, and it is told through multiple point of views and like police interviews with the serial killer and stuff. So it's really good. Mixed media. What I liked about it was the story, the mixed media aspect, and the writing. I just thought they were all phenomenal. Ouch. Okay. What I hated about it, I don't really think that I hated a lot about it. I thought it was very graphic, but that's also, like, that just adds to the feeling of the book. So, yeah, so not really hating it. There was some grammar mistakes and stuff, but then again, this book was, translated from German, so you're bound to expect that. But yeah, trigger warnings for this book. It's graphic and it has a lot of rape scenes, killing scenes, and sex scenes too. So yeah, if you're not into that, then I'd tell you guys to read it, but read it with caution, because you guys should read it, but just read it with caution. Alright, next book is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I read this, and I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. This is part of the Throne of Glass series. This is the novellas, so this is the novellas, so this is like the prequel to Throne of Glass, the first one. So there's a lot of like thought of like, oh, should I read this before reading the series or should I read it after reading the series? And I would recommend reading it after, because it's a prequel to the series, and it gave me a bit of a like book hangover, I guess, like the whole series did. So by reading this, I was able to kind of cure my book hangover, I guess. Plus you got to see like some of the characters in the actual series play out and stuff, and I don't know, I just recommend reading it after you read the series, so after Kingdom of Ash, because that's what I did, and I really enjoyed it. And if I was thinking of if I did read it before the series, I don't think I'd enjoy it as much, but yeah. Next book is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, and yeah, I rated this as well 4 out of 5 stars. It is very long. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about, but it's very long, so it's like 900 something pages. 980 pages, so yes, very long, but I really liked there was a lot of tension in it, and there's a lot of battling, So that made it seem longer, but it's good though. 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this series. I'm debating if I want to get a tattoo of it. Probably not, but that's how much I liked this book series. I'm sad that I finished it, but other than it's good. Read Throne of Glass, although it's a very long series, it will not disappoint. Next book that I read is Runes, Plain and Simple by Kim Farnell. And yeah, this I gave 4 out of 5 stars. It's really just about the runes, which is a Norse divination technique. I thought it was just good basic information about the runes and brief history. There's nothing I really didn't like about it. And yeah, I thought this was an enjoyable read. I don't know. I'm really into like learning about Norse paganism and stuff, and that's kind of like where I'm starting to fall in under like religiously, because I connect with it a lot. See, as I'm saying this with like faith can move mountains Bible verse behind me. The reason why I have that Bible verse behind me is because like it's a good verse, even though I'm not really Christian anymore. And I don't know, it's like my favorite verse, and it helped me through a lot. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I recommend this if you want to start reading about the runes. It's good beginner information. Okay, next book that I read is Asatru for Beginners by Matthias Nordvig. And this is just a modern heathen's guide to the ancient northern way. So this is just like Norse paganism for beginners, or a branch of Norse paganism. So yeah, I rated this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. I thought this had a lot of great information in it. It's also a short read. And it's just about the modern day Norse paganism, religion / spirituality, which is Asatru. And yeah, I liked that it was educational, there was some history, and it was easy to follow. It didn't really read as a textbook, and it had great information in it, and it was also very respectful for everybody's like beliefs and stuff. Doesn't even have to be like Norse pagan, it could be like Christian and stuff. It was just very respectful. Well, Matthias was. I hated that. What I hated about it was that I wish it had more about Sithir. But other than that, it was very good. So Sithir is like Norse magic, I guess. Still have no clue what it's really about, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this book was really great. I learned a lot from it, and yeah. So this next section is something I want to incorporate in my reading wrap-ups, because although I didn't read the whole entire book, I did read short stories from it, and I'm planning on reading all the short stories. There's 68 short stories in this book, and I want to read like 6 every month so that I can finish it by the end of the year. And it is the complete collection, the complete fiction of H.P. Lovecraft. And yeah, so in this section, I will dub it the What of H.P. Lovecraft Did I Read This Month? Or what H.P. Lovecraft did I read this month? So, anyways, okay. So I only read one story of H.P. Lovecraft because I started this last night and I was like, I'll just do it. So I read The Beast in the Cave and I rated it 2 out of 5 stars. It was okay. I didn't necessarily hate it, but I didn't necessarily love it. it was just okay. So it's just about like this guy who's lost in a cave and he comes across a creature. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I just rated it a 2 out of 5 stars. So yeah, that's the only H.P. Lovecraft that I read this month, because like I said, I started it last night, and last night was the last day of January. So yeah, okay. But anyways, next month I do plan on reading like 6 or 7. Actually, it's gonna be 7 short stories from that collection. So hopefully I'll have more to share with you guys. But anyways, so that is it for my January wrap up. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you want. If you also want, you can comment down below what your favorite things I read this year was. Not this year. Oops. You can also comment down below what your favorite books I read were this month, or what you guys read this month were, because I'd love to know. You can also subscribe if you want. I post bookish videos, obviously, but I also am starting to post like outfit videos, so if that interests you, then give it a subscribe. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and yeah, thanks for watching. No. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, and bye.